2017 Yamaha R3 ABS. Had a request or two to show what touring upgrades I had made to this little bike, so I'll go over those real quick. Let's go front to back. So first off, mirror extensions. Any of you who've ridden this guy, the stock mirrors kind of just mostly get your shoulders. Can't really see that great behind you no matter how well you try to adjust them. So this pops it out about 1.5 inches, and it makes a pretty big difference because the angle changes a tiny bit, and that allows it to get a little bit better view behind you without seeing too much shoulder. Okay, LED lights, but I didn't bring the keys out, so you'll have to see that in another video. The biggest thing is the bar risers. So I bought these guys, and they're from Apex, and what they do is they clamp onto your triple tree at the top, and then they have an adjustable piece here that you can raise. It's supposed to be 4 inches total. Now, of course, keep in mind that's from the base of the triple tree already, and your stock bars were already up risers slightly above the triple tree, so really only gain about, what, 1.5 inches, 2 inches maybe. But even though it's just a tiny bit, it makes a huge difference in terms of how you feel after about 5 or 6 hours riding this thing on the highway. Just that upright position, or actually being able to, you can still, you know, lay down on your stomach and tuck in behind the windscreen, but being able to move more freely upright when you want to really makes a big difference in terms of, you know, how long you can ride the thing, in my opinion. Next are heated grips, of course. I got the Oxfords. I just took the little sticker off of there because it annoyed me, but it's got 2 different levels. This is the one that's just high and low, and I recommend that one over the one where you can set the levels, because I usually hook these up with a relay, so it's going to come on when the bike's on anyway, so I don't really care about the, you know, on, off, and all the way up kind of thing. I just kind of leave it on, either on high all the time in the winter or on low all the time most of the other times of the year, because we're in British Columbia and it never really gets too hot here. Yeah, so that's the heated grips. Of course, you always need to have something to charge your phone, and in this case it's got an additional cigarette lighter, quote, 12 volt, where you can plug a different one in and have an extra USB for charging things as well. That one's run directly to the battery. I don't believe I hooked that to the relay. I don't remember, it's been so long. It's not a bad idea to do so, but on the other hand, sometimes you want to sit and charge your phone without the bike running, so I think I left it off the relay for that reason. Okay, so working our way back, not a lot of other changes. Of course, we've got the little brackets there for if I drop the thing, which thankfully has not happened yet. And then probably the second best add-on is the shad case and rack. It's not too bad of a deal, because I think this is about 40 liters or so, so it gives me a fair amount of space, and I can still chuck a bag on the back here and tie it down to have extra cargo rooms. The installation on this guy is pretty easy. Basically, you just take off the rear passenger foot peg brackets on either side, cut a little bitty hole on each side of the plastic, and there's places on the inside to bolt as well for that, and you're golden. And I think it's rated to, like, I don't know, 30 or 40 kilograms pretty easily. I don't see it having a problem. It definitely has plenty of power, and these brackets are not weak. And then finally I've got just the little tail tidy there, because the guy sticking all the way down is a little bit annoying. I don't have an exhaust. I really like the sound of the stock, so that's that. What other? GPS holder or phone holder. Fortunately, the Apex risers, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the top mount parts here actually have threaded holes in them, which happens to fit perfectly to thread in one of these little whatever you call them, phone clampy deals, and that actually just goes right in. I had to put a few washers on there to kind of give it a little bit of an extension, so that, because the hole's not super deep, but it does thread in enough that it's definitely solid and not going anywhere on there. So anyway, the happiest thing, last thing, this is a cruise control device. I don't know if you've ever seen these guys, but basically what it does is you put it on the throttle on the speed that you're going, and you kind of clamp that in, and it rests on the brake line. Whenever you need to slow down, you just do, or you can actually just push with your thumb back, and it pushes back in the same position. It's critical to kind of get this guy at a certain tightness so that it can still hold the throttle, but also not make it so tight that it's hard to get out, for obvious reasons. Anyway, yeah, that's my 2017 R3 with all the stickers stripped off, because I didn't like the color of that, but it looks better in pure white to me. Yeah. Anybody who's got an R3, I recommend these bar risers if you're going to ride for more than 5 or 6 hours a day. It's pretty sweet. All right, see ya.